right, as I was saying, we have the Mediterranean chicken skillet. I'm going to show you here the ingredients that we have for it, and it's super duper simple, okay? Over here, I've already browned some chicken breast and I put it into the olive oil, and I also added some of the avocado oil. Really heart healthy choices there, okay? So I did put a little bit of flour. You could do some flour, maybe like 2 tablespoons, and I pounded these chicken really nice and thin. And you could do some gluten-free flour if you like. That works. And here I've already got the skillet that I've browned the chicken in and got all those yummy morsels right there. All right, well, let's get on to the ingredients. Here we go. Well, right here, I have a little container of artichoke hearts. And over here, I have some sun-dried tomato. Yum, yum. And here's some capers. Either you love them or hate them, so you can go ahead and, delete or not include that if you don't want. And by the way, I went ahead and rinsed our artichokes and rinsed our capers because, got to watch that blood pressure too and the salt intake. And here I've got this, I squeezed a half of a lemon. And here's about a cup of some almond milk. I prefer the unsweetened type. And then I took a little bit of like a tablespoon of some flour, and I went ahead and mixed that in there too so it's nice and ready. Yummy. Okay, so here we go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take our artichokes and I'm going to mix that in. Yum, 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 yum. Isn't that delicious? And then we have our sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to stir all this into this yummy goodness that was left over from the chicken breast, okay? So right here, we're just going to maybe saute this for, 1 or 2 minutes. Get that all mixed in. Yummy. Blaze, how you doing down here? Oh, he's just really chomping at the bit, isn't he? He just really wants some of this. I think, the dogs would really like the Mediterranean diet too. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get that sauteed a little bit. Get those nice and heated up into our olive oil. Like I said, the olive oil is really a heart-healthy choice. And I prefer the avocado oil. I like them both, but avocado oil actually has a higher smoke point. So, like, if you're frying something or really sauteing a little bit high to get that, crisp, I prefer the avocado oil. When you're trying to, cook foods at a higher heat, the avocado, or the olive oil does not have as high as a smoke point. All right, so I think that's really looking good. This is such a simple recipe. These are nice and browned up a little bit. I think they're really looking good. I like to sometimes smash those capers down a little bit, get the juices coming out of them. Yum, yum, yeah. I like capers. I don't know about you, but here we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to give this little almond milk flour mixture a little twirl right there. And then we're going to go ahead and add that in. Doesn't that look good? We're making this creamy, dreamy sauce. And I like to also add in our little lemon juice. And there you have it. This was so simple, wasn't it? And you know what's nice about this is the almond milk. You don't have to use the heavy cream that you've been so used to cooking up our whole lives, putting all that fat in there. This is such a nice little alternative, and I don't even think you're really going to miss it. And the one thing that I forgot to mention is that on the chicken breast there with the flour, I did add a little bit of salt and pepper. You can omit the salt if you want, if you're really looking out for your salt intake, or you can just add a little bit in if maybe you didn't have a lot during the day. Oh, look at that bubbling. Doesn't that look delicious? All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our chicken back in to the sauce mixture. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. Oh my God, it is just absolutely delicious. Don't forget these little morsels here. I like these little crispy ones, the little small ones. Those are the first ones that I go for. And there you go. We have our Mediterranean chicken skillet. Now, one little thing that you do to maybe top it off is you can shake on a little bit of parsley. You know, you have some fresh parsley, you could do that too. And then as far as your side, I'm going to do it, with a little bit of gluten-free pasta, just a little bit of that pasta. I think it's going to go well. Or you could do roasted potatoes or sweet potatoes or whatever is part of that Mediterranean diet that we know and love. But this was a good introductory menu that I really hope you enjoy. Look at that. Blaze is really ready for it, aren't you, buddy, huh? He knows what's good.